It was supposed to be a simple dinner. Just family. Casual, Amanda said. Low-key. No drama, she promised. That should have been my first warning. The moment I walked into her parents' house, I felt it. Tension wrapped in fake smiles and wine glasses. Her sister, Rachel, was already half a bottle in, smirking like she knew something I didn't. Amanda stood next to her, laughing too loudly, a familiar avoidance in her eyes. I played along, sat down, smiled, pretended. The conversation drifted, shallow and forgettable. Real estate gossip. Someone's kid getting into Stanford. Her dad bragging about a new golf membership. I listened, nodded, stayed in my lane. And then Rachel tilted her glass, glanced at me, and dropped it. He's not really husband material though, is he? The words hit like a slap, except no one flinched. Not even Amanda. She just sipped her wine, eyes locked on her plate. Silence. A soft chuckle from her cousin. Her mother looked down, suddenly very interested in her salad. Her dad cleared his throat like maybe he hadn't heard right. Rachel kept going. I mean, come on. He's nice. But let's be honest, Mandy. You settled. And it shows. Amanda didn't speak. That was the part that did it. Not the insult. Not the humiliation. The silence. She didn't look at me. Didn't say a word in my defense. She just let it hang. I folded my napkin, set it beside my plate, and looked up. You sure you want to do this? I asked, my voice calm. Rachel grinned. Do what, sweetie? I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. Still, Amanda said nothing. I exhaled. Slow. Controlled. All right, I said, sitting back in my chair. Let's talk about husbands then. Rachel froze. Amanda finally looked up. I wasn't going to say anything. I continued. Because, you know, respect and all that. But since we're sharing truths tonight, I turned to Amanda. Remember last week, when I got to dinner early? That one you said was just you and Rachel? Her face tightened. Just slightly. I parked outside the restaurant. I went on. Didn't go in right away. Thought I'd give you a minute. But then I saw him. Rachel blinked. Who? Your husband, I said flatly. Jeremy. Coming out of a black sedan. Kissing someone goodbye. Not Rachel. The table went dead silent. Even Amanda looked stunned now, lips parting, but no words coming. Blonde, I said. Younger. Not his assistant. I checked. Rachel's face drained of color. You're lying. I looked at Amanda. You told me not to tell her. Said it would ruin the family. Said Rachel didn't need more drama. Amanda's fork hit the plate. You said you deleted that video, she snapped. There it was. She realized it too late. Rachel stood, voice shaking. What video? I didn't answer. Just reached into my coat pocket and placed the flash drive on the table, next to the centerpiece of overpriced roses. Amanda lunged for it. I let her. She fumbled, dropped it. Her hands were shaking. Rachel rounded the table, snatched it up. What the hell is this? Your husband, I said. Last Friday. Corner booth. Hands all over someone who's not you. Amanda knew. I told her. She asked me to keep quiet. Said you'd figure it out eventually. So I did. I waited. Amanda slammed her glass down. You said you'd handle it privately. And you said you'd defend me. I shot back. But you didn't. Rachel plugged the drive into her laptop, still sitting on the buffet table. Her hand covered her mouth as the footage played. She didn't scream. Not yet. Amanda did. You just blew up our entire family over a comment, she shouted. Are you proud of yourself? I looked around the table. Your sister humiliated me. You let her. Your silence told me everything I needed to know. Her father finally spoke. That's enough. Both of you. I ignored him. Looked straight at Amanda. I didn't make the rules. I just stopped playing by yours. She stood there, seething, hands clenched, tears forming. But it wasn't heartbreak in her eyes. It was exposure. Rachel closed the laptop slowly, walked out without a word. Amanda called after her. Nothing. The room stayed quiet after that. Amanda's mom tried to speak. I stood, pushed my chair in. We done here? I asked. Amanda didn't answer. I left the flash drive on the table. Walked out without my coat. Didn't look back. She showed up at my apartment the next morning. Hair tied back. No makeup. Same clothes from the night before. She looked tired. Not from lack of sleep. From damage control. Her damage. You humiliated me, she said, the moment I opened the door. I stepped aside, let her in. Not because I cared, but because I wanted to see how far she'd fall before she realized she'd already hit bottom. She paced the room, arms crossed, biting her nails. You blindsided us. That was my family. I sat down on the edge of the couch. Your family made me the punchline. I just flipped the script. You could have told me, she said, voice cracking. Privately. Before dinner. I did. I gave you chances. You ignored them. She looked at me then, not with anger, but fear. Like she finally realized I wasn't bluffing. That I never had been. Rachel won't speak to me, she said. Jeremy left last night. Packed a bag and said not to follow. I stayed silent. Let her sit in it. Her lawyer called this morning, she added. He's filing for divorce. Citing infidelity. Says he'll drag her through the press if she contests custody. I raised an eyebrow. He's bluffing. He doesn't want that footage out either. Amanda looked down. He already knew, she said quietly. Apparently, it wasn't the first time. He just needed something concrete. I nodded. And now he has it. She sat across from me, like she belonged there. Like we hadn't crossed a line that didn't lead back. Why did you keep it, she asked. The video. Insurance. Against me. I didn't answer. She sighed. You think I don't regret what happened at dinner? No, I said. I think you regret that it cost you control. She flinched at that. Good. Let it land. What now, she asked. You tell me. She leaned forward, desperate now. I told Rachel you didn't mean it. That you were just angry. I told her we could fix it. I laughed once, low, bitter. You still think there's a we? Her face fell. She got up, paced again. Okay, fine. You want honesty? You were always the safe choice. That's what Rachel meant. The guy who pays bills, shows up on time, plays nice. And you wanted danger? She looked away. I wanted someone who made me feel alive, she said finally. But somewhere along the line, I realized you were the only one who actually stayed. That realization came a bit late, I said coldly. She didn't deny it. Are we done here? I asked. She walked to the door, paused. You wanted to hurt me, and you did. Congratulations. I didn't do it to hurt you, I said. I did it because you didn't stop her. And that silence? It told me everything I needed to know about what I meant to you. She left without another word. The fallout moved fast. 2 days later, Rachel's divorce was front-page gossip on every local tabloid. Wealth manager's infidelity exposed in private footage. The footage never leaked, didn't need to. The story was enough. Her reputation? Gone. Career? On hold. Jeremy? Cold, calculated, and already 4 steps ahead. Just like I'd hoped. Amanda tried to stay neutral, play the peacemaker. But the cracks showed fast. Her mother called me, asked if I'd consider coming to the next family dinner to clear the air. I laughed, hung up. The next week, Amanda showed up at my office unannounced. Security buzzed her through before I could stop it. She looked different this time. Heels, polished, rehearsed. I want to talk, she said, standing across my desk. No, I replied, typing an email. Please. I looked up. She took a breath. I want to fix it. I leaned back. You can't fix what you never protected. She opened her mouth, but I cut her off. You let them tear me down to stay comfortable. You stood there while they measured my worth and status and salary. And when it came time to draw a line, you didn't flinch. You just watched. I froze. No, I said. You agreed. With your silence, with your smirk, with every second you sat there pretending you weren't enjoying it. She stepped back like I'd slapped her. I stood. You're not here because you want us back. You're here because without me, the image falls apart. Her eyes filled, but I didn't care. You want safe again. Stable. But that version of me, the one who stayed quiet, took the punches, funded your family's lives without question, he's gone. Her voice cracked. So what am I supposed to do? I walked past her and opened the door. Figure it out. She didn't come back after that. No texts. No late-night apologies. Not even a lawyer's letter. She finally understood. Not everything can be salvaged. Especially when the damage is deliberate. Rachel tried, though. 3 weeks later, she called me. Not Amanda. Rachel. Hey, she said, like we were old friends. You got a minute? I've got one, I said. Use it wisely. She laughed nervously. Look, I was out of line that night. I was drunk and stupid, and I was trying to be funny. You know how I get. You weren't drunk, I said. You were confident. There's a difference. Silence. She shifted gears fast. I didn't know what Amanda said to you afterward. I thought maybe I could clear the air. I've been going through a lot. I cut her off. You called me not husband material. You mocked me in front of your entire family. And when I exposed the rot in your marriage, I became the villain. She exhaled. I'm just trying to find a way forward. There is no forward. We're not connected anymore. You chose a side. You all did. I just made you live with it. She didn't respond. I hung up. 3 months passed. My world didn't collapse. It improved. My startup, the one I built alone while Amanda focused on dinner parties and optics, got acquired. Clean deal. 7-figure exit. I moved out of the apartment into something smaller, quieter, with walls that didn't echo her footsteps. The invitations stopped. No more family holidays. No more polite check-ins. No more pretending. Just silence. And then the real twist came. A friend of mine, a mutual acquaintance of Jeremy's, forwarded me a court filing. Jeremy wasn't just getting divorced. He was being sued. Civil litigation from a former client. Breach of fiduciary duty, embezzlement, misconduct. The footage had done more than expose an affair. It started a domino effect. Investigators dug deeper. And Rachel? Trapped. Joint accounts. Co-signed properties. Her name on documents she didn't understand, but signed anyway. Her attorney tried to sever the ties, but it was too late. She'd spent too many years playing the accessory. Now she was part of the crime scene. Amanda reached out again, not to reconcile. Not this time. She wanted help. I need your advice, the message read. It's about Rachel. She's in real trouble. I stared at the screen for a while, then replied, then she should get a lawyer. The kind who specializes in consequences. She never responded. Finality comes quiet. Not with arguments or lawyers or door slams. It comes when the realization hits that the bridge isn't burning. It's already ash. I saw Amanda one more time, by chance. Grocery store. No makeup, hair in a loose bun, pushing a half-empty cart. She froze when she saw me. I didn't stop. Just walked past her, like she was anyone else. Like the woman who once mocked me with silence was now just background noise. That night, I pulled out the old flash drive. Not to rewatch it. Just to remind myself of what silence costs. Of what a man loses when he lets people define him by their comfort. I deleted it. Not out of forgiveness. Not out of pity. But because it was done. She said I wasn't husband material. Maybe I wasn't. Not for them. But I was the kind of man who waits, who watches, and when the time comes, moves without mercy. Not to hurt. To restore balance. And if she screamed that night at dinner, it wasn't because of what I said. It was because she knew what was coming. Because people like her, like Rachel, like Jeremy, they don't fear punishment. They fear exposure. And I gave it to them. On a silver platter.